One of the analysts that I truly love out there is a gentleman by the name of Raoul, one of the best names out there. He is given a real quick little endorsement of XRP. Now, this again is one of the definitely the smarter guys in the proverbial room. And I want to share with you, it's literally about a 50-second clip of what he is talking about as far as XRP is presenting a bull flag and presenting a pattern, and he likes it. And so we're going to take a look at that. And then we're going to talk about kind of the state of the union with XRP, what we've got coming up in the next month or so, all the expectations. So I appreciate you giving me a few minutes. Let's jump into this. And give me a like and give me a subscribe if you would. And if you're watching this on X, please give me a follow. If you are watching this on YouTube, there's a link down in the description to my X Twitter account. Please go give me a follow there. I'm trying to grow that. And I do post different content over there on a daily basis. Okay. So here's what I've got for you. All right, let's take a look at this.
I mentioned it last week, is that XRP chart is something to behold.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, none of us have really been involved in XRP, but that chart is something to behold. It's like that's going to another big leg higher at some point. And that obviously helps the Bitcoin dominance chart. The other one, which I think is the best.
So as I said, real quick, but this, if you're curious about who he is, there's a spelling of his name right here in the upper right-hand corner, Raoul. And by the way, my video has a spelling of it, Raoul. Definitely recommend you give him a follow because, again, one of the smarter guys in the room does a lot of analysis and is something, I definitely think that it's a guy that you should take a look at and give a look to because, again, really one of the smarter guys in the early room. So if you're looking out kind of what the next steps are as far as XRP and what we're seeing out there, then I definitely wanted you to take a minute to kind of, give me a few minutes from the standpoint of like, I think May is going to be kind of more of the same of what we're seeing here. And we're going to see probably a lot of turbulence in May. And so what Raoul was talking about is kind of, it's presenting a breakout pattern XRP is. And if you look at kind of what's going on here, we've been consolidating now. XRP has since the 2nd of December. I always tell you guys, remember that XRP and crypto was impacted the first week of December by a mass exodus of the retail investment sector really cashing out and leaving because of fear, unknown, turbulence, short-sightedness, quite frankly, and all that kind of stuff. So that's partly what you see here is that XRP has really just been consolidating now since again, that December, so December, January, February, March, April, and now, now almost 6 months. And you can see it being XRP has been pushed back at that $2.57 range. By the way, of course, it has broken above that, but for the most part, that's our barrier, if you will. And if you take a look at where XRP is trading right now, it's down about 3%. We're at that $2.34 range. I think a nice consolidation range here from the standpoint of maybe DCAing in, adding to your bag, things of that nature. Something I would recommend that you look at doing. Again, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Again, I'm not giving you investing advice, etc. The disclaimers are in place, of course. But I continue to add. I flipped last week some Ethereum into XRP. I flipped some other stuff that I just, didn't feel as good about. I just literally on Coinbase just flipped it into XRP because it continued to add to my bag as far as looking at what the opportunities are for XRP on a go-forward basis, right? And so let's talk a little bit about what the expectation is for June and July. I've been talking to you guys about this in multiple videos. Not all of you watch all of my videos, which is why I continue to kind of bring this narrative up. June and July historically are very slow months in crypto. Plus, you add into the fact that a lot of the retail investors left in December of 24. They're not here to be investing in crypto in the summer. So we've got a major segment that's gone. So that liquidity, hundreds of billions of dollars on a global scale, is sitting on the sidelines. Now, there are outlying factors. If we see something come into play where maybe XRP is announced getting into a strategic reserve, here in the United States or anywhere else in the world, that might be something that will create a positive catalyst for XRP to move the price. Stablecoin legislation, we're waiting for finalization of the SEC v. Ripple. We had a curveball thrown at us last week by the judge over the case, basically telling both parties that they filled out the wrong form, if you will. I did a video on that. So she's not accepting their settlement. They've got to kind of re-go through that process, if you will. We don't have really any visibility about how long that will take. And then if there's anything where we get any major announcements from XRP, like maybe a major bank like Bank of America, Citi, or some major financial institution looks to be onboarding Ripple from that standpoint, that could move the needle. Today, we do have XRP starting to be traded as a future on the CME, the Chicago Mercantile Index. That's a big deal. But I think the overall market is flat today, and you can see it. It's just playing out. Again, the crypto market as of the recording is down 1.6%. We got Bitcoin down a half point, Ethereum being down 4 points. In fact, kind of look the out of the top 100, the number one out of that is only up 1%. Whereas we've got Brett down 13.4, Athena, Dog with Hat down 10. 8-9 points, if you will. Okay, so again, it's a flat market, and I bet there's just not a lot of volume per se, as far as kind of people are sitting on the sidelines today, waiting to kind of see how everything plays out. So again, I wanted to give you that. Really, the point was to bring you that endorsement, although it was very short and very sweet. Raoul is one of the major positive influence in crypto. Very smart individual. He looks at a lot more macro factors that impact crypto. I thought it was relevant to bring you kind of what he was talking about, how XRP is really presenting some good stuff here. We may have to continue to wait for the remainder of, kind of into June, July, all that. But we're all setting up for that Q4, that fourth quarter, bull run. And that's really what we're all looking at getting into. Okay, so before I let you go, I'll show you how you can make more money with crypto. I've got a piece of trading indicator software. It runs on an iPhone, runs on an Android. It literally costs about $1.15 a day, and there's a 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. But this is how you can make money with this. There's a buy alert. These alerts are little pop-ups that come in on your phone or wherever you want them to come. This is Bitcoin. 37 days ago, buy alert, we're up 30%. $1,000 bought here, you would have made a profit of $300 already. Pepe, 12 days ago, buy alert, 74% up, $1,000 bought here, would have made you a profit of $745. By the way, you can set as many alerts up as you want, and then you notify to when these buying opportunities come in, as well as these selling opportunities. Okay, so this is Brett, buy here. There was a sell alert here and then another buy, but aggregate is 165% up in 35 days. $1,000 bought and then sold and then bought again, you would have made a profit of over $1,654. Okay, 1.5% return versus obviously what you have. Yeah, looks good, right? Onyx coin, buy here, sell here, 760%. $1,000 bought here, sold here, would have made you a profit of $7,609. Then another buy here, sell there, another 233%. So maybe a couple more $1,000. Sell, don't take a 70-80% loss. Okay, buy here, you're already up 100+% right there. Ethereum, buy here, not a sell alert yet, 57% up. You see a theme. Okay, we're waiting for that major move where XRP breaks out. We are under a buy alert on XRP. The software said it is the right time to buy. You can see, but again, remember that XRP is doing that consolidation. You can see in that 6 months on the daily chart in XRP, there's been a couple of buy and sells, but for the most part, you can see XRP is consolidating, right? And by the way, you can use the software to buy and sell stocks as well, okay, to know when to buy and sell. This is Netflix. Again, stocks don't move as much as crypto. 525 days, 162%. Tesla right here. Buy here, sell there, 86% profit. Sell, don't take a 48% loss. Okay, links in the description below. If you're watching this on X, the link's below this video. The quarterly option is the cheapest. So that's your link down there. It'll say X1 Algo. Click on that. You'll come to this site. Use that discount code to get this cost down even more, where it's literally about $1.15 per day. And I just showed you like 7 examples of how it can make you money. There's a 30-day, no questions asked, money back refund guarantee. You have 0 risk in this equation. Give it a try. I promise you will like it. This is the thank you page you see after you join. Everything is here. You're literally up and running in 20 minutes. You're up and running. Step-by-step tutorial. This last video right here is how to create those alerts. The alerts are what make you the money. They tell you when to buy. They tell you when to sell so that you can put all of that money, that cash, that profit in your pocket. So give it a look later down there. See you.